Hi there, this is Anna and I'm here teaching yoga for Bodiclub at the campus Skatepark, an amazing place to be teaching today. This is a class ideal for beginners or people new to the yoga practice, or anyone just wanting a slightly slower paced, more basic 20-minute class to maybe warm up and wake up in your day. So we're going to start in seated. If you have a block, that's a really nice addition. If you don't have a block, maybe a piece of solid furniture or a book might be a nice addition to your practice. I'm starting in seated today on a pillow, just so that the hips are slightly higher than the knees. You could sit either in a cross-legged position or with your knees tucked underneath you. If this doesn't feel good, maybe just add another pillow underneath your hips. The essential essence of yoga is the focus on the breath. So even if you're feeling that you're not able to do all of the physical postures, as long as you're breathing into wherever you are and that your body is feeling in comfort in the posture that you've chosen, then that is more yoga than pushing yourself into the uncomfortable positions that won't be doing your body any good. So please look after yourself today in your practice. In your seated position, see if you can, as you begin to breathe, ascend your spine towards the sky. Let's squeeze our shoulders up towards our ears and roll them back and down, and take this 2 more times. So as we inhale, roll the shoulders forwards, shoulders towards the ears. Exhale, rolling them back and down. Inhale, shoulders towards the ears. Exhale, rolling them back and down. And if you feel comfortable to do so, just closing your eyes. Or if you've just woken up and closing your eyes does not feel like a good idea, just resting your gaze a few meters in front of you and taking a hazy gaze. So let's begin to focus on the breath and see how we are breathing today. Our breath can tell us a lot about our mind state. And by influencing our breath, we can influence our mind and our emotions. So let's begin to breathe nice and slow and deep. Beginning to slow down and really tune in to anything that's going on within us that we might be pushing down. So as you breathe in next, drawing the breath really deep into the belly, allowing the navel to rise. And as you exhale, feeling the softness and feeling how the breath leaves the nostrils. Let's breathe in for the count of 4. And exhale for the count of 5. It's a really nice idea to practice to focus your practice on a certain intention. So it might feel nice for you to bring your prayer to your heart and just take a moment here to set an intention for your practice, whether that is just to listen to your body, to tune in, to let go of the chatter. Or maybe there's something greater that you want to work towards today. Let's seal that intention with a single breath. And as you inhale, sweep the hands to the sky. Beautiful, and exhale, we're going to rotate. So right fingertips come behind the spine, left fingertips come towards the right knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Inhale, sweep the left hand away. And as you exhale, bring the hand behind the neck. So we're going to draw that elbow all the way down towards the hip. Nice. Inhale, reaching it high. Let's take this the other way. Right fingertips towards the left knee. Left fingertips behind. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist it round. Inhale, sweep that right hand diagonally away. As you bend the elbow, exhale, let's fold down towards the left hip. Nice. Inhale, sweep both hands up. Really breathe into the heart. Feel the sunshine in the heart. And exhale, reach the hands forward, so making little tents out of the hands, allowing the head to dip, just stretching the upper back. Beautiful. We're going to remove the pillow that we may be sitting on now and come into a 4-point kneeling, so tabletop position. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to inhale, look to the sky, taking a cat-cow, slightly bend the elbows backwards as you exhale, push the ground away. So toes can be tucked here or untucked. Inhale, look towards the sky, making sure that the breath is long. And as you exhale, the movement moves around the breath. So the breath is leading the movement. Nice. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, pushing the ground away. Nice. Inhale, coming back to center. Looking over the right hip. Making yourself slightly sticking out the right hip. Making yourself into a banana shape. And then inhale, coming back. Let's take this the other way. Nice. Inhale, back to center. Sweeping the left hand to the sky. We're going to exhale, thread the needle under. Now this can feel a little bit awkward. Let's just see how we come down. So left hand sweeps all the way underneath. Bring the left side of the face to the ground. We may stay here, or maybe that inhale, the right hand can sweep to the sky. I'm feeling this upper thoracic spine twist. Great for anyone sitting at a desk a long time and maybe taking a half bind so that right hand comes behind the left hip. Keeping the breath flowing wherever you are. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep back to the sky. Bringing the right hand down. Inhale, sweep the left hand to the sky. And then exhale to lower. Let's take this the other way. Right hand sweeps up. Exhale, threading it under. Right shoulder to the ground, right side of the face. Left hand reach forward or maybe to the sky. Maybe taking that hand beside the right hip. Twisting around from the heart. And then maybe bringing the left hand down under the shoulder. Inhale, right hand all the way to the sky. Beautiful. Exhale down. We're going to make our way into one of the foundation poses of yoga, the downward facing dog. So spreading the hands, push the pad of the index finger into the mat. We want the hands directly underneath the shoulders and just a micro bend in the elbows, slightly bending the elbows back. Tucking the toes, begin to lift the hips backwards, so keep the knees bent, lift the hips as high as you can, allow the head to be heavy, shaking it out from the air, there might be some tension. Keeping the knees solidly bent. So when you can't lift the hips anymore, that's when we can exhale. Begin to bring the right heel towards the ground. It may touch, it may not. Inhale, bending back up. Exhale, let's bring the left heel down. Inhale, taking 2 more rounds. And using your breath to lead the movement. There might be some clicking in those ankles. It just shows they're warming up. And it might be that we keep our heels off the ground whenever we're in our downward facing dog. Just checking those elbows are squeezing in towards each other. The armpits are active. And then staying on the toes, we're going to walk our way all the way to the top of the mat. So coming to the top in line with our fingers and then lowering down. So traditionally the inner toe joints are touching. So bring them together if the knees and the hips allow. Pick up all of the toes and then press them down into the ground, keeping the little gaps between the toes, allowing the head to be heavy, holding onto the armpits or the elbows, keeping the knees bent if that's comfy, shaking the head yes, shaking the head no, and we're going to slowly, vertebra by vertebra, come all the way up to a standing pose. Head is the last thing to come up. Beautiful. And then releasing the hands, finding your Tadasana, your mountain pose. So we bring the inner toe joints to touch, as I said. Those left feet are really active. We pull the arches of our feet up towards our knees, our kneecaps towards our hips, and draw the navel in and tuck the tailbone down. We stay really strong in our lower back, so not to cause any damage here. On your next inhale, shoulders towards the ears, roll the shoulders back and down, hands pointing forwards. Beautiful. You may want to remove a layer here as we begin to flow. I'm just going to throw that over there. Beautiful. Finding your Tadasana, breathe in deep into the heart. Exhale completely. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep hands towards the sky. Maybe your hands touch if your shoulders allow, and maybe there's a gentle back bend there, keeping the tailbone tucking down. Inhale, keeping the arms in line with the ears. Let's fold all the way down. Fingertips in line with the toes. Head tucks in. Inhale, coming halfway up. Fingertips touch the ground. We step the right foot far back onto the mat. Lower the back knee. Inhale, draw the heart forwards. Beautiful. Press the hands into the mat and step back into your downward facing dog as we did before. Good. Inhale, ripple forward into your plank and step the right foot forwards, lowering the back knee. Inhale, bring the heart forward. Good. And exhale, stepping forwards into your forward fold. Inhale, sweeping the hands all the way to the sky, looking up. Exhale, bring the prayer through the third eye center to the heart. Inhale, sweep both hands to the sky. Exhale, let's fold this forward, fingertips in line with the toes. Inhale, lengthen the spine, stepping the left toes to the back of the mat. Inhale, look up, bring the hips forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time we're going to inhale, ripple the spine forwards into the plank. Exhale, lower the knees, bring the chest and chin between the hands. Keeping the knees and hands where they are, scoop forwards into a little cobra. Maybe untuck the toes, keep the neck long. And then coming through your knees back into your downward facing dog, lifting the hips. Beautiful. Inhale, step the left foot to the front of the mat. You may have to help it along if the hips are a little bit stiff today. Lower the back knee, inhale into the heart, look up. And then exhale, stepping the right foot to meet the left at the top of the mat. Inhale, come halfway up, maybe hands to the shins. And exhale, let's take a fold. Inhale, sweep the arms straight up, coming all the way up. Exhale, prayer position. Let's take one more round of this. Inhale, sweep the hands high. Exhale, this time arms wide, heart leads the way, fingertips in line with the toes. Inhale, lengthen the spine, come halfway up. Step back with the right knee, lower the right foot, lower the knee. Inhale, breathe into the heart. And then when you're ready, stepping back into your downward facing dog. Ripple the spine forwards, come into your plank, shoulders over your wrists. Exhale, lower the knees, chest, chin between the hands, scoop forwards. Bhujangasana. Nice. Inhale, lifting the hips, downward facing dog. Nice, stepping forward with the right leg. Help it along if necessary, lower the knee. Inhale. Tucking the toes, getting ready to step forwards. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms wide, sweep them to the sky, look up. Exhale, prayer. Last side, inhale, sweep the hands up. Look up, maybe gentle back bend. Exhale, flow it forwards, fingertips in line with toes. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Step the left foot back, lower the back knee, inhale. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple it forwards into your plank. Lower the knees, chest, chin between the hands, scoot forward. Squeeze the elbows into the side of the body. And then when you're ready, lifting up, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot steps between the hands, lower the back knee, inhale. Nice, and then stepping forwards into your forward fold. Inhale, sweep both hands to the sky. Exhale, bring the prayer to the heart. Really nice. We're going to take 2 breaths in this standing pose at the top of the mat. Feeling the heartbeat on the thumbs. Really flowing, following the breath with the mind. From here we're going to come into chair pose. So we find the same standing position as we previously did with the feet. So spread the toes, lift the inner arches. And as we inhale, the fingertips graze the ground, we reach up and our hips move back in space. Hands can be apart or together here. Beautiful. I'm going to take 2 more breaths. Can you lower the hips a bit more? Reaching up. And on your next inhale, bring the hips forward, gentle back bend. Bring the prayer to the heart. We're going to find a balanced pose. So we're going to come into tree. There are various variations. So if the balance is being challenged today, keep the toes on the ground. We're just going to bring the right knee to the side. The other variations is maybe the foot below the knee, or maybe use the hand to allow the foot to come a little bit higher. Just check the foot isn't resting on the knee. Really nice. So we're going to stand here in the tree pose and imagine you're drawing a zip up on the left side of your hip. Beautiful. Inhale. If your balance allows, sweeping the hands wide, reaching them away. Nice. And this may be where you stay. Maybe the right hand can begin to find the back of the right knee. We can take a little arch with the left hand over. Really nice. From here, staying where you are, we're going to unhook that foot, bring the prayer to the heart, and begin to think about bringing that right leg back behind us. So it may just be that we come to this point here. Or maybe as our confidence builds, we can begin to bring that right leg even further back. Nice. Bending that front leg, we're going to lightly step, as lightly as we can, those right toes to the back. Nice. So inhaling into a high lunge. Both hips are facing forwards. Good. And we're going to take this into a twist. So right hand down, left hand to the sky. Just trying to keep the hips even, drop the lower left hip even more. Nice softness in that right elbow. No stacking the bones. And then finding a way either into downward facing dog, child's pose, or running through a vinyasa with me. So option to take the vinyasa we did previously, or lower the body straight down to the ground. Inhale and tuck the toes into a full cobra, or upward facing dog, or bhujangasana as we did before. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to walk step, or maybe try hopping feet to the top of the mat. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale straight into the chair pose. Fingers graze the ground, looking to the sky. And exhale, sitting down into your hips. Nice. 2 more breaths here. Can you lower the hips even more? Really draw the navel in. Really strong here. Beautiful. And then inhale, hips forward, gentle back bend. Let's find our tree on the other side. So one side might feel quite different to the other. You might want to allow the toes to rest on the ground if balance is not with you today. Or have a play lifting the knee either below the foot, either above the knee or below the knee. Find something for your eyes to hold on to. Really nice. Then inhale, maybe sweeping the arms to the sky, being a tall, proud tree. Imagining roots going into the ground, shoulders relaxed down, tucking the chin in, and then maybe back of the left hand touches the left knee. That's sweeping the right hand over. Staying here. And when you're ready, bringing the prayer to the heart, thinking about bringing that left foot back. kicking it back, maybe just a foot off the ground, or maybe the chest and leg can begin to parallel. Drop the left hip a bit more. Bending the back leg, lightly stepping back into your high lunge. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, left hand comes down, taking your twist. Great. The head can be relaxed if that feels better for the tension, or the gaze can be to the top hand. Exhale, maybe child's pose, downward facing dog, or running through a last vinyasa. Choosing your variation, what feels good for you today, and finding a downward facing dog. Beautiful. We're going to come forwards into seated. Nice. So crossing the legs, we're going to step the left knee, bending the left knee, so that right leg is just relaxed on the ground. If this does not feel good, or you just like a slightly easier version for the hips, you can sit up on a block, but just to make sure you're sitting evenly on both of your hip bones. Inhale, sweep the right hand to the sky, and then twist it round. So hook the right elbow over that left knee, left fingertips just behind you. As we inhale, we think about lengthening. As we exhale, we twist a bit deeper. Really think about drawing the breath deep. The mind can wander a bit more in these stiller poses, so really encourage it to focus back on the breath. Really nice. Inhale, come back to center. Let's bring both of our legs wide. And we may stay here, so just bring it as wide as feels comfortable. Fingertips on the ground. Inhale, draw the heart forwards. And then possibly hinging at the hips, beginning to come forwards. Checking for any candles, which may be burning your hair. We try not to arch the back, so to keep the length in the upper back, consider drawing the chin in. Squeezing the shoulder blades gently together and down the spine. And draw the toes towards you, so the feet are active. Toes are drawing towards the kneecaps. Any tension you feel in the inner thighs, sending the exhale there. And inhale, walking back up. You're going to hold on to the backs of the knees with the hands, draw the feet in, and we'll take the twist to the other side. So this time the left knee relaxes down, the right knee to the sky. Inhale, sweep the left hand to the sky, and we'll twist round to the right. Right fingertips behind you. And traditionally, that left hand is to the sky. Any shoulder problems, bring the hand down towards the hips. This creates a more stable socket, more stable position. And exhale, coming back to center. Let's make our way to lie onto our backs. So drawing your knees into your armpits. You're going to bring the soles of the feet to the sky. So you may just be able to hold onto your outer edges of your shins, or you may be able to hold onto the outer edges of your feet. This is the happy baby pose. It doesn't always feel happy for everyone, so listen to your body. Trying to draw as much of the spine on the ground as you can. So flatten the tailbone down, flatten the neck, draw the chin down. And squeeze, have that same sensation in the shoulder blades. And breathing. So we always finish with an inversion, as that allows anything that we've been squeezing out of the toxins to drain into our lymph glands in our armpits. And then we're going to release the feet and take a twist. So bringing the hips over to the right. Allow the knees to fall then to the left and possibly straighten the bottom leg to deepen the twist even more. Allow the right hand to reach away. Maybe closing the eyes and letting go of any holding here. Beautiful. Let's take this the other way, drawing the knees in, shifting the hips back to the center, and then shifting the hips the other way to the left to allow the knees to fall to the right. An option here. Straighten that right knee and gaze to the left hand. Maybe closing the eyes. We're going to get prepared now for our most important pose of all that we've done today, the Shavasana, where we bring our feet mat width apart. And our hands are out as wide as you can, palms facing the sky and receiving. Try to flatten the spine down, lengthen the shoulder blades down towards the hips. And then close the eyes and commit to this pose just for the next couple of minutes. If you have any longer, that's even better, more beneficial, as our body can integrate all that we've learned, all that we've done, and we can settle. So allowing the eyes to close and just seeing if you can keep the mind focused on the breath. So we try just to allow the breath to be natural in its flow. We don't try to shape it in any way, we just allow it to flow and just observe it how it is. Where are you feeling the breath traveling in your body? How can you feel when you breathe in? Where are you feeling the cooler air? Where are you feeling as you exhale? Is the air slightly warmer? And really let go here. Is there anything else you're holding on to? Checking if any thoughts have come into the mind. If you have longer here, do stay here for longer. Otherwise, let's begin to come out of our Shavasana, bringing little bits of movement to the fingers and the toes, the wrists and the ankles. Taking a big stretch over the head, making yourself longer on one side and longer on the other. Drawing the knees in, giving yourself a little hug, and bringing your mind back to any intention you may have set at the beginning of your practice. Thanking yourself for your time on the mat today. And in your own time, rolling onto your right hand side. I like to extend my right arm so that I make a pillow for my head with my right forearm. In your own time, coming up to seated. We'll keep our eyes closed for the moment, and if it feels nice for you, bringing your prayer to your heart. Keeping the eyes closed, let's finish our practice with a single Om. And really focusing on the silence that follows the Om, the vibrations that travel through the skull, the bones, all the tissues. Let's inhale together. Or just bowing your head, maybe bringing your prayer to the third eye center. Bringing the prayer down to the heart. You may feel a sense of buzzing in the hands, in the body, in the tissues. This energy that you've created through your practice today. You might want to just take a moment to send that energy to someone, somewhere, or something that might need that right now. And when you're ready, slowly opening your eyes. Beautiful. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. My name's Anna Hill Therapies, and I hope to do some more yoga classes for Bodiclub, so do look out for them. Thank you very much. Bye bye.